hello, my fabulous art-loving peeps. Thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. Guess what we're going to do today? Some magazine collage. We're going to make some really fun and funky characters for our art journals, and I'm going to use this new collection of face-ups. So there's a lot of cute little character heads in here. We're going to make some fun and funky bodies and some backgrounds, put some nice titles on it, and do some lettering and make some art journal pages. So let's get started and have some fun with these cuties. So the first thing I do is to print this onto heavy-duty cardstock. If you're going to be using a matte gel medium or a Mod Podge to put these on an art journal page, they could be printed on regular paper as well. If you're concerned about using an inkjet printer and maybe bleeding going on, what you want to do is print it and then heat set it with a heat tool, maybe spray a little workable fixative on that piece of paper, then cut out your images, and you'll have no problem with using matte gel medium or Mod Podge to put these images down. I like them to be on cardstock. This doesn't have to be the super 140 pound or 120 pound that I use for making a movable paper doll, because these are just going to be glued down onto an art journal page. So I'll probably use just like a 90 pound cardstock to print these out on, and then fussy cut them out. If they have little spaces in the design, like in the crown, you're going to want to use a self-healing mat and an X-Acto knife to cut those out, and it's easier to cut them out before you fussy cut out the image. So cut out the little pieces inside, then use your scissors to cut around the outside edge. That's a great tip, and it works super well. Let me go to my magazine stash and see what kind of body pieces and parts I can find, and different items that maybe aren't even clothing items, something fun and unusual to make some really fun characters. Okay, collage is the time to really use your creativity. So when I'm going to my files, I have file cabinets and they're alphabetized by items. So I have a folder full of containers, furniture, floral, that kind of thing. But I also have bodies and obviously images out of like Vogue or any clothing, you know, where they're actual people's bodies with arms and legs and outfits. Those would be great. We're going to use those too. But I like to start with the unusual, because collage is a time to really use your creativity. So what I found was this jar. This is an old antique jar. And I thought, gosh, that alligator on top of this jar, the jar could be the body. This is what you want to look for, is just an item, a shape. So if that jar were the body and his head were on top of the jar, what if the jar was filled with like fireflies? And then he's got arms and legs, make some wonky feet using some sneakers from a sneaker ad. It'd be just adorable. So that's a cool one. And if you don't want to use the image because you think you might use it over and over again, scan it and print it. So scan it and print out a copy, use the copy, and keep your original. So I like that for, I think, the alligator for making a firefly body. Things like this. This is out of Daphne's Diary. This is these are candle holders that people made out of china images like sugar bowls and coffee cups, and they flipped them all different ways and glued them together to make them into candle holders. But if you look at the shape, I mean, this cup without the handle would be a great body. Look how fun that is. You've got the waistline, you've got the upper part where you could put arms coming out of here, or you could make a short little body and have arms coming out here. That would be a great neck. So that would be perfect. That's something to look for, is body shapes with upper body, lower body. How about using interesting things like comic books? I had someone send me a couple of comic books, and look at that cool body. Now that's a comic book character, but look at that interesting body. That would be really fun in an art journal page. So imagine that body with like maybe the owl for the head. And I know some people are going to say, okay, well, that's just silly to make teapot bodies and weird things like that. I did that video where I used vegetables and made a whole paper doll out of vegetables. And one person commented that they thought it was weird and stupid. Well, art is subjective. So if you think it's interesting and you think it's fun, who cares if there's a body with an owl head? That's what makes collage fun. That's what makes your art journal page interesting to look at. So don't listen to outside negativity. Do what you think is going to be fun and interesting. So don't overlook the possibility of using comic books. Coloring book images would be great too to find a body. So coloring book images. And I'm just giving you ideas and suggestions. How about this teapot? Love, love, love. It's an ornament. It's a blown Christmas ornament, tree ornament. But look at that cute teapot. That would be so cute with arms coming out. Maybe even using that as an arm, because the arm is like, the hand is on the hip, and you could put a hand right here, have the other arm doing something, steam coming out of the pot, cute little feet and legs. Something like that. That would be really cute. So I'm going to use that for sure. How about images out of, this is like Art Doll Quarterly from 2008. You know, don't use the head. Use the face-ups for the body, but you've got these really cute bodies here already ready to go, and they're already doing things. Like this one is sitting down with something in her lap. So that would be a really cute one to use. I could even see the hummingbird head on this body here sitting with the hummingbird head and the hat. She'd be just darling. So that's something to look at, is things out of doll magazines. There's another Art Doll Quarterly from 2007. This one would be cool for the owl because it's woodsy looking. Put the owl head on, but still change them up, because we're gonna add things to them. So you could add different leaves. You could do fall leaves on it. Make it your own and make it interesting. Here's a fairy body. That would be really cute base to start with, and then you can add long, skinny, wonky legs, a really long neck, and maybe put the giraffe head on it, because giraffe, you want to use something tall. This is a cover of a Daphne's Diary. How about this jar of jam? Look at that cute fat body. That would be darling as a body. So you're looking for shapes, something that's a body, and then shapes to use for arms and legs, things to use for hats. This would be cute. This mushroom top would be a cute hat, things like that. This would be cute to use as maybe behind one of the images as hair, not leaving that hand on, but you could use that hand for holding something else. So look at what you've got and see what you can find. Flowers and floral make great bodies and dresses. So look at the bottom of that flower. You could cut a slit and put legs coming out here. Here's the cute waistline. Find something cute for the top half, and that would make a cute flower bottom body. That also would be cute for the hummingbird, since hummingbirds like flowers. Same with this. I could totally see that as the body and then the hummingbird head. So I've got some things to start playing around with here, and I'm also going to look for images like arms and legs and shoes and things and feet out of like Vogue magazine, and add those in it too. And then I'm going to show you how you piece items together. So say you want to use furniture. Put furniture in the background of your... Get your character figured out, what you're going to do for your collage character, and you start figuring out what you want to do for an art journal page. Maybe you want some interesting items and elements in the background. So like behind your character, maybe you want them standing in front of a table, or having this chair be off to the side and the character being over here. If you cut this item out and you fussy cut that chair out and you're going to glue that chair down, well then if you fussy cut and do your collage character over it and you start layering papers on top of papers on top of papers, the problem with that is sometimes you get wrinkles in your page from the layers of, especially book image and magazine images. They tend to wrinkle when you put wet on top of them. So if you put a wet medium to stick it down, and then you do another layer, another layer, another layer, you're going to end up with your final result being wrinkled. So what you want to do is take your character, and when they're done and you've pieced them together and you kind of put them together off to the side, which I'll show you, then you're going to set that over the chair where you want that chair to be in the background, and you're going to put the image onto your self-healing cutting mat, and you're going to cut around. You're going to just follow the edge of your character, and you're going to cut this chair so that now you can fussy cut the chair out, and it'll have that shape where you can glue this down first, and then you can put the image next to it and they'll seamlessly fit together without making layer upon layer. So I'm going to put that to use and show you how to do it, but it works out really great to put things in your background, like a picture on the wall or a couch behind the characters, things like that. So let's start playing. I've cut out a hibiscus flower to use with the hummingbird head, and the reason I designed it with the hat separate is that way if you don't want the hat, it won't be on the head. If you do want to add it, you can cut it out and put it on, or you could use the hat on one of the other characters if you want. So that's why I did that. So I think what I'm going to do with this flower, I'm going to cut the top part of this flower off and flip it, because that's the beauty of collage. We can change anything we want to on a design. It's just paper, so you can change it up. Okay, so if I do that, I can flip this over and I can either put it on like that to make it look like more of a dress. I could put it under his little head like that. That's really cute. I like that. And now I just need to find something for the body. So how about this jam jar? I could put the jam jar on top of that, and then this on the top of the jam jar, like this. That's kind of cute. And then how about using some of these extra leaves can look like wings. Like that. That's even cute. So it's just something to play around with, and I do want to add some funky legs and feet to this too, so let me play around with it and see what I can come up with. But this is just giving you some ideas of how to lay things out and make your collage character. I was looking for legs to use with my little hummingbird image, and I think I'm going to change it up altogether. I love this image. I love those legs, those shoes, the chair, the little hand on the head. So I think I'm going to do this and cut it out even with the chair. I'm still going to add wings to the back, like hummingbird wings, but out of leaves. I'm going to put the head here with the little hand on the head. So I'm going to place that there. I think I'm going to put some real feathers underneath it. I'm going to bring these bright colors into this so that it coordinates and goes together, but I'm going to do a page about even a hummingbird needs a chill day, just kicking back. So I'm changing this one to this. I'm going to use that piece of hibiscus flower behind its head, like as a hair headpiece. Love that. Super cute. This is fun. So here's the chair. I cut the dress a little shorter. It had a longer ruffle, but I kind of like it short to make the legs look long. And then the chair is tipped back like this. I cut along the side of the face and cut that hand away. So the face was right here, and I want that hand to be positionable in front of the bird's face like this. So when I put this in place, I can follow that shape of the hummingbird head and have the hand along the face like that. And then I cut along the back of the body so that I can tuck these in here like wings, because they're going to need to be behind like that to make them look like hummingbird wings. So cute. Love that. And this is going to go back here for a little headpiece like that. So that's what I'm going to do for my hummingbird body. And then, like I said, I'm going to make these bright paint colors. I'm going to add those down here into the dress to tie it all together. And then to do my little trick that I was telling you about so that you don't have layers, if you glued that behind, you're going to have a lump there and you have a chance of that wrinkling. So if I get these where I want them, put them into place, get them adjusted the way I want them. Let's see, hummingbird wings are up, so maybe like this, but get them exactly the way I want them. That looks cute. So what I like to do is just pick the whole thing up. You're holding the pieces together, and I've cut that body. So now I can just take my scissors and holding this together, cut right along this edge again, and you're going to cut out those wings and get rid of that stuff that goes behind. And now when you place it on your page, you can just put them in place. You can see right where they fit, right where they go, and there's no layers behind. It's all single layer. That's just a fun little collage tip. I love this ad for the owl. So what I'm going to do with this is add the owl to that. Isn't that cute? Let me zoom out a little. The owl's going to go there. I am going to put real feathers all underneath the image that I glued down, so it'll have feathers around its neck. And then I'm going to find some funky bottom part body with really wild shoes. I found this cool ad with these hot pink pants on this guy and the ladder. I love that for the bottom of the owl. So what I'm going to do is cut that out. I think I'm going to use my X-Acto to cut out all the spaces in the ladder so that my page background will show through the ladder spaces. And then this top part's going to go on the top, and then the owl head, and then these wild pink pants will be at the bottom. I think that's going to be really cute. So I'm going to get to work on that. Collage tip I probably already mentioned, but I'll say it again. If you have anything that has little spaces to cut out, it's easier to cut them out before you cut out around the image and fussy cut it. The reason being, you've got this whole piece of paper together. If you were to cut this ladder out and the figure out and then go back in and put this down and try to cut those little pieces, you have more of a chance of tearing your paper. So put it down on a self-healing mat, use a very sharp blade, and then go in and cut out your little tiny spaces. Then use your scissors to cut around the outside edge. So here's the cute ladder with the pink pants and the top part. And then the owl head is going to go up here. And I'll have some kind of a cute saying on this page. Something about moving up in the world or something cute that has to do with going up the ladder. I love it. And what I'm going to do, I want to put feathers underneath, but I want to have something to tie in with the pink. So I'm going to use this rubber stamp of a feather and pink cardstock, and then this picked raspberry distress ink to stamp a bunch of feathers, cut them out, and he's going to have some hot pink feathers, like a little collar of hot pink feathers to match the hot pink pants. So that's what I'm doing with that. I stamped the feather in pink on pink and cut them out. I did a lot of feathering where you take your scissor tips and you snip, snip, snip one way, and then you kind of turn and snip, snip, snip the other way to make it real rough on the edge like that, to make it look like real feathers. And I glued them to the back of the head, and then this is what it's going to look like in place. I love it. I love it. It's so cute. And now that ties in with the pink pants. So that's done. I'm going to put it aside and work on another character. So the dog head was designed to have this hat and scarf, and I've cut those out to show you how they go. So you could put this scarf and this hat like this on the dog. So cute. Love it. And you also could take this and you could put that down over any pattern paper, trace it, cut it out. Same with this, and use pattern paper to make a different hat and scarf design. So they're versatile that way, but they're so cute. Look how cute they look on the dog. The hat and the scarf. So I have to decide, do I want to use that and do a quirky body, or do I want to change it up? The other thing you can do, here's the little hat from the top of the hummingbird, and look how cute this hat is on the dog also. So look at that. Cute, cute, cute. Here's the jam jar that I was going to use earlier and changed my mind on. Look how cute this dog would be with a body of a jam jar and the little hat. So that's cute. So you just kind of have to play around with it until you find what you want to use and how you want to use it. So this would be cute with some arms and legs and maybe holding a teacup or something cute like that. If I put the scarf and the hat on the dog, it doesn't look right with the jam jar. So that doesn't look right. So you just play around. I could flip this upside down. Jam jar upside down would look okay. That's cute. So you just play around and find pieces and elements looking for bodies and arms and legs and hats and fun things to create your character. When you get it together and you like the way it looks, then you're ready to put it on your page. I showed you earlier the hibiscus that I was going to use for the hummingbird and chose not to. And I think I'm going to make that the skirt for the dog. So I'm going to make my dog like this. Super cute. And then add some fun, funky legs and arms. If you use the scarf, look, if you do the dog with the scarf and the hat, it kind of looks like a boy dog. So you could have a male dog, or you could have a female dog if you put a different hat on it. So it kind of changes up whether or not you want that dog to be a boy or a girl, and you could dress it with a three-piece suit. Make it a boy. I mean, make it look like a businessman. I mean, there's so many things that you could do with the dog. You also could use the hat and scarf on the frog. Instead of the crown, you could put the hat on the frog and maybe even tilt it and cover one eye and remove the crown, cut the crown off, and look at the scarf. So the scarf and hat on the frog even look cute. I've got this cute cover. It's from the Nutcracker. It's a doll, Nutcracker doll that's in Haute Doll magazine from 2007. And it's in the front cover. Look how cute that is. And I think this zebra head looks so cute on it. Look at the zebra, ballerina zebra. So what I'm going to do for that is to cut off right here along the chin and then cut out the mane and not have the neck and put it right on the neck of the body. And I'll probably use paint pens to make zebra stripes on the chest, change up the dress, maybe do some fun and funky things to it, and of course add some gems and things to the glasses. But I just think that looks so cute on that ballerina. So a ballerina zebra. So here's the ballerina zebra. It's going to be really cute. And then, of course, I'll add lots of fun touches to it when I put it in the art journal. In that same Haute Doll magazine, I found this cute page that has a Barbie doll in a chef outfit, and she's baking. So she's got a table and a mixer, and she's baking all kinds of sweets. So what I did was cut it out and trimmed a neck, and then I'm going to add the cat head to this, so it's going to be a cat baking, and then I'm going to cut the hat out and put the chef's hat on top of the cat. And I'm going to use the dog and the cat together on a page. I love the theme. It's cute, especially with the jam, since they're making sweets and tarts and things with jam. The jam body is really cute for the dog. I think this is just really, really fun. The legs on this, I used Diane Reevely rubber stamp. And the jam jar, the half of the hibiscus plant, I added the hat. I put on some hands. The cat has the chef's hat. I think it's just really going to be super cute when this is together on an art journal page. I made another ballerina. This also came from that Haute Doll book. And I'm going to use the two ballerinas on the same page together. At the beginning of the video, I showed an image where this was in Daphne's diary, and it was a coffee cup and other things stacked to make candle holders. I cut it out. I cut the handle off the coffee cup, and I made a really, really long strip up the top to make this into a long neck for the giraffe. And then this is the bottom of a doll that was in the doll magazine, and I can put that underneath to make the bottom of the skirt and the sandals cute and funky. And now I just need to find something for arms, and I want the arms to be doing something. So I need to look through some Vogue magazines and see if I can find a good pair of arms to use on this. I'm going to use this cute Marie Antoinette doll image, and I'm only going to cut out the bodice and the arms and the jeweled neckline, and then I'm going to put that long giraffe neck behind it and put this over the other outfit that I pieced together to make a really collaged giraffe image. So here are my pieces. There's the bottom half from a doll This is that stacked image to make the skirt. Here's the body, and I'm going to put it right down here at the lowest spot with arms. Makes a nice long pretty neck, and that's what my giraffe character is going to look like. It's so cute. Love it. But what I want to do, since I'm using a large Ranger Dylusions journal, I want to make sure that when I put this together that I make it just the right height so that it fits in my journal. Because if it's too tall, then I can't put it on the art journal page. So just like that ought to work just fine. I added the rhino head to the teapot like I showed earlier, and I think these look like arms, and I've got a little hand on it. I'm going to put a hand on this one, and then I just drew a little wonky cute pair of shoes to put at the bottom. And I'm going to use a needle and some black embroidery floss to, just a single strand of embroidery floss to lace them and tie bows on them. They're going to be really cute. So this is just what you do. You just kind of play and collage things together. The colors of the bow and the ruffle on the rhinoceros is purple, and this has got more of earthy reds. I'm going to bump up the greens with a paint pen. So I'm probably going to change the color, and that's the other thing too. You can change your colors. Use things that are translucent, transparent type of mediums to change color. You can paint them. You can use paint pens. The Arteza brush pens work really great for things like that. So if you don't like the purple, change it to something else that'll go with what you're putting together. Or if you like them to be really wonky and odd, you could add polka dots and make the polka dots the color here to pull the color through. But just be creative and use your imagination. So I've shown you my process on how I create the characters doing collage from magazine and book images, and hopefully that gave you some ideas of how to do it and how to make some crazy collage characters yourself. Now let me show you how I've actually taken those characters from the beginning of the video and how I've applied them onto my art journal pages. So let's get started. Here's the finished art journal page. So let me show you up close some of the details that I've added. Some three-dimensional little flowers. On this, I did add some eyelashes. I did rhinestones on the glasses and added some eyelashes. I added white and black to bring down the zebra pattern onto the character. And same over here, I painted the neck and arms in a green to go with the head. You don't have to do that, but I just wanted to do that on this one. And so I've got the world is a mixed up and crazy, so let's just dance. And I've added some glitter on the shoes, some little glitter shoes, and a little sequin flower on her little wand. Just adding the fun and funky details. I did a little stipple white swirls in the background. I added some glitter to the letters that I did. I like the bling and the glitter, so it's just fun and cute. So now what I'm going to do is finish the other pages, and I won't do it on camera because I'm going to do it in the same manner with putting the backgrounds on and the lettering and the same, but then I'll add details to the characters, and I'll come back and show you what each page looks like to give you some ideas of art journal pages that you can do using the fun character face-ups. I love them. Makes it so fun. What a fun art journal page. They don't always have to be people. They can be characters or animals or anything fun and funky. So let me finish the other pages and I'll come back and show you my ideas. So here is the hummingbird girl, and the saying on the page is, some are non-stop workers, Some just want to kick back and chill. Which one am I? Depends on the day. So it's got a hummingbird that's the busy worker hummingbird that never stops moving. And then I've made this hummingbird character where she's just kicked back on a cute little chair, chilling. She doesn't want to work at all. So which are you? Are you the worker or are you the chill? Next are my two ballerina characters I showed you that I had put together. The zebra and the alligator with the butterfly on its head. So here's the page. The world is so mixed up and crazy, so let's just dance. Next is this one with the owl. So here's my crazy owl character where I stamped some feathers on pink paper with hot pink ink and made feathers to tuck under the head. I've put jewels and gems on the crown, and I used glossy accents on the owl's eyes. It made this cute collage character with the wild hot pink pants and the guy going up the ladder. It's holding a heart, a gold heart. And the saying is, there's nothing wrong with looking my best while climbing up the ladder of success. And then this journaling over here is, I used to love to dress nice for my job. I love to wear skirts, dresses, and read fashion magazines. Now I'm happiest in t-shirts, lounge pants, and flip-flops. Things change. And then I put, I give a hoot. So that's just a fun and bright, colorful art journal page using some stencils and paints. And there's my quirky character with the owl head with the crown. Next are the dog and cats. So I showed that I was making this cute character out of a jam jar for the body and legs. Those leg images are from a rubber stamp from Diane Reevely. I added embroidery floss, little bows on the shoes. And it's holding a cup of tea, which I used a little rubber stamp for. And I made a little tea bag that says Earl Grey tea. And that little string is coming out with the tea bag. The cute little hat, the hummingbird hat I put on the dog. The cat has the chef hat from this doll magazine doll image of the cakes and things. And so the saying, oh, what a scrumptious day it will be with crumpets, cakes, and lots of tea. And then there's a cute little home sweet home. For the background, what I did was I used some pale pink, some pale yellow acrylic paint, and I just sponged it on. Then I used a ruler and I drew the lines to make the room, the little corner of the room. And then I put dots in between the lines, and it made it look like wallpaper. So what I was going for was trying to make a wallpaper background. So like the table, they're in the kitchen at the table, creating all these beautiful sweets. And so that's what I did for the background, was create a wall and wallpaper image. And I just think this is so cute. And I love how she's baking sweets, and this one is made out of a jam jar. So it's just super fun and cute. And that saying, I love the saying. It just makes this page just really come together. And then I used a Posca chisel pen to border the edge. Cute, fun page. And I love these characters. The face-ups characters are just so cute, and it's so fun to create different characters and then make a story on your art journal page. Journaling is one of my favorite things to do, and I just really have a good time. Here's the last one. This is with the giraffe, and I showed you how I created this long, tall image. The rhino that's on the teapot. These are all shown in the beginning. The little shoes that I drew, I laced them with a needle and thread and then made little, tied little embroidery floss bows to put on the shoes, so the shoes are laced. And then there's the frog head on the body. And this one is, it's all about love. We may look different on the outside, but we're all the same on the inside. So we may all be quirky characters, but on the inside, we're all the same, and it's all basically about love. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope these gave you some ideas of things to do in your art journal, maybe some backgrounds or fun things to try. The face-ups, there will be a link to the face-ups, and it'll be for this new collection of critters, face-up critter characters. And then I'll also have the link to the other face-ups that I've done previous videos on, and those links to those videos as well, so you can check those out too. Just fun. Hope you have a good time and that you enjoy seeing my process, my creativity, and maybe it gives you some ideas for your art journals, because art journaling is just so much fun. Art soothes the heart. Thanks for stopping by.